Yes, royal family, glorify, give thanks. Oh, beautiful words. You were listening to the voice of one of our great historians. This is Brother Alistair Thomas. And of course, he was speaking of the great ancient sea of not just Africa. He was definitely highlighting ancient Kemet and highlighting mathematics. And of course, you would have noticed he was speaking of the importance of introducing African history and African heritage to the young minds. As he just said a moment ago, you have to understand that it is very important that even from the age of 7 in the ancient world, the young minds would have already been engaged in the whole science. Yes, the science, the father of science, really, of mathematics. So we're thankful again, Brother Alistair Thomas, for that great bit of information there that you have just left with us. Once again, family, of course, this is the Tiger's Nest radio program. Give thanks for those who may be just coming in. If you're just coming in, of course, you would have missed a good presentation by Brother Alistair Thomas. Those of you who are subscribers to the Tiger's Nest, of course, that's not a problem at all. You don't know how it goes. You will be getting the full program in your inbox via the email. So just look forward to that. And of course, those of you who are not subscribers to the Tigers Nest radio program, I am encouraging you to do such. A very easy thing to do. And of course, once you subscribe, you never miss another episode of the Nest again. Good. Now, what I wanted to do this evening, as I would have promised, is to actually take a little time, not too much time, but to take our time to explain the whole procedure of the Lent. Now, would you believe that somewhere in my mind, I just thought that, this was not really necessary as such, this time around. No, I know that every year is a new year and you have new people, etc. But for the previous 5 years, I know you will agree with me. For the previous 5 years, we here at the Institute would have taken it upon ourselves as our duty to do a series of programs throughout the Lenten period, from the beginning to the end, as we are doing now, but more so literally taking our time to explain, like step by step, how the Bobo Shanti fast. Now, it is not that we discarded that this year. To be honest, as you would have seen, we did a program with Sister Empress Maisie and Honorable Priest Daniel. And I had another program scheduled to go more into detail as it relates to how the Bobo Shanti fast. But the honorable elder who I was scheduled to do that program with, somehow the time frame got a bit jumbled up and we did not get to do the program, if you understand. But for sure, we have several programs every year. The previous 5 years, 4 to 5 years, we would have made sure that even going into the Lenten period, we took the time to explain to the faithful exactly how the Bobo Shanti fast during the Lenten period. But interestingly, I noticed that several ones would have been asking, how the Bobo Shanti do their fast, when should they break their fast, or and certain things of that nature. And yet still, let me be clear, even this year, we still would have touched upon it. I know anyone who's a real follower knows that, but priest, I know one would be saying, but priest, you answered all of that this year. Yes, we would have. Maybe we didn't, say stop the music. This is what we're gonna talk about now. So we made it clear, cut and clear. But we surely would have explained that. Sister Maisie, as I said, Empress Maisie, sat with us, and I think she went through with clarity. But again, I notice even up to today, I see the questions being asked, I see the comments coming up, I see in the different chats on radio, and everywhere one's asking how, what time, when, how you break it, and what you eat, what you don't eat. So I say, wow, all right. So I decided to take the moment now to explain. This is not my opinion now that I'm going to be giving you. I'm going to explain in as much detail that I can fit in the moments that I'll be explaining this, what I know from my knowledge, what I've been taught by the elders as it relates to the fast. But it's still going to be a joyous expression, you know. It's not just going to be some sort of orientation that you're going through. I'm going to give it spice as well, because it's more than just he said and she said, you know. It comes with a whole storyline. A lot of this comes with a whole storyline, and when this was changed to this, and when this was changed to that. So it's still a very beautiful thing. And what I realize here now, it shows, let's just be honest. It shows that we, as a Congress, we seriously lacking here. I must say that we have, I mean, I was not sent out specifically, let's just say, to form a Lent committee. In fact, there are those that are not even in agreement with what I do. You understand? You see, but I know still I was sent out because I know my responsibility, but differently than my responsibility, our responsibility as an agency, you know. And when I say our, I'm in it too, as an agency, as an organization, you know, we are supposed to be so equipped that anyone that needs to know anything in this modern day and time can address us even on our own platform, as a website even, and get all the information that I'm even issuing here, because remember, we have the archives with us. Anything I'm going to tell you right now is almost like secondhand information. No, what I'm going to tell you now, I don't mean what I speak of in general. Now, at the moment, because I'm going to be telling you what the elders would have told me, what the Honorable Priest Earl would have told me, what Empress Maisie would have told me. You understand? What Priest Imesley would have told me. You see what I'm saying? What Priest Akil would have told me. What Priest Headley would have told me. This is what I'm going to tell you. You check it, and they will tell you or tell me that they're telling me what King Emmanuel would have told them. Okay, all right. Just want to make sure you understand, you know, the lineage coming down here. So again, the programs we would have done thus far. We did a program on the Hero twins. You remember that? We did a program speaking of the ancient science of the Lenten period. And I'm going to be straight here. This sort of conversation is not what you usually get out of the pack as it relates to, you know, EABIC and the teachings. You know, so for sure, this is the mystic vibration version of it, where we go into the esoterics of it. You know, we did a program highlighting the crucified Christ in the West when we were speaking of the courts of Quartel. So all of this is the same subject, you know what I'm saying? But it's just the different levels. But on this level now, I want you to be able to can even see the difference and blend them. The Lenten period begins on Ash Wednesday and it ends on Good Friday. See, simple talk. Nothing too dramatic, nothing like, wow, that's all. It begins on Ash Wednesday and it ends on Good Friday. Good. The fasting color in general is really white, because in the proper setting, the campus setting, not the one away settings, and you living in an apartment settings. But the grounds and several houses settings, and the kitchen and the food house and the tabernacle settings, you have service every day. Settings. Of course, your morning devotion and the service go up, and it comes down the midday with the breaking of the fast. That is how it's done in the right communal setting, because it's an African tradition. You know, the Maasai come together and they bounce up and jump together and they sing and clap. You know, the Maasai tradition is not to go and live in an apartment and come out on the balcony, you know, sunset, and just jump up and down on the balcony by yourself and your little pussycat there. That's not the Maasai tradition. That's not how it goes. Maybe if the Maasai, you know, came into captivity and in slavery and he just don't want to forget what he used to do at home, he might do that. So even fasting by yourself and all of that, and the one away fast and all of that thing, by right, that's not the way this fast is supposed to be done. You know, if you do it that way, give thanks, all powers to you. At least you're doing something. You're jumping on your balcony at sunset, you know, in the old tradition of the Maasai, but you know that's not how we really do it. So it's a communal thing. I just want to kind of put that in your forefront, the forefront of your mind, so you could understand, okay, that's really, so that means now when the fast is done, when you break the fast, it is broken in the tabernacle. Ones who did not even come to the service would come for the closing hymn just so that they could break their fast in the tabernacle. The color is white, fasted color. And that is the cup fast. The cup fast is everyone's fast. Now, yes, now hear this. You know, you would hear the elders, some elders speak of continual service and the ancient way, and the fast going until the 6th downsetting of the sun. That is also true as well, and that can even be a cup fast according to what some of the elders would have said. You would have heard the Honorable Priest Earl amongst us, you know, even more than one occasion, as he is an elder that really holds fast to that going down of the sunset fast. And that's a 2-hour feasting fast too. What do I mean by that? So when you break the fast at 12, midday, in the tabernacle, there's actually a horn that blows. I never heard the horn. It's, you know, I mean, it's just to blow the shell, really. That's all it is. But I'm saying that in the sense to show you that I would not have been around the foundation during that time when that was the strong tradition. And even if it's done now, you know, I haven't seen that. I just know it's 2 o'clock, wherever I am in the earth, and the fasting is starting again. So it's from 12 to 2, basically. Now, obviously, if you're in the tabernacle, you don't break the fast at 12 itself. If you understand the service coming down, it doesn't stop at 12, 12, 12. And even if you stop it at 12, it still don't stop. It can't stop, really, because the fasting itself must come down literally during the closing of the service. Now, this is serious here. When you understand the vibration here, come and dine, the master call you, come and dine. That would be one of the main hymns that would be sung. And the whole congregation, no matter how many people are inside the church, will have to break their fast one by one, from the leading priest all the way down to the last empress. That's really what it is. And little ones who are breaking their fast. Now, that may take you all 20, 30 minutes, you know. Yeah, sometimes you're coming out of the tabernacle 1:45. Those who would have lived it can tell you about it. Anytime I bring up that, ones laugh and keep a joy and say, boy, priest, that's a serious thing. You understand? And then just to imagine that you're fast now. So yes, you break the fast. You drink a little water and eat the bread and the honey, and went back into your space and was clapping and singing off the hymn and then the international creed and everything. And one by one, you come out of the tabernacle single file. You know how it goes. Yes. So by the time you're out, it's 1:45, 50 minutes to 1, and then just imagine going to settle in and then get your warm sip, and you still have a nice hour. By 2 o'clock, the fast begin again. And that's how it is until Good Friday. You understand? That is it. Now, for those who didn't know, you maybe say, oh, shit, that's a little heavier. And what you said the other one was, well, as I said, this is not the most popular one, but there are those, even myself specifically, the rigorous fast, a decade plus ago, that's the fast I started with. And I would have done the sunset fast more than I would have done the 12 to 2 fast. And the sunset fast now, when you break the fast at 6, it's the same 2 hours. It's not no 6 to 6. I hear people call it 6 to 6. That's an insult. You break it at 8 as well. Or pardon me, you enter into the fast again at 8, and then you move on. You understand what I'm saying? So powerful vibes. Now, that is the Lenten fast prescribed. And according to, as you would have heard Sister Maisie say, one would have to know what they can do. Now, as you could see, I just gave you the fasts. I don't try to be an expert in devising your adjustment plan. So you understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, okay, good. Because ones have already gone into that. So I see people have this fast now. People make up these things there. I just explained to you the Father fast, King Emmanuel fast, during this time. All right. Now, others invent their own thing. There's this fast where you wake up before 6 o'clock and drink tea. Yeah. And you hold that, I think, until the sunset. Some go until the sunset, and then when the sunset, they eat until whenever, until they wake up again the morning before the sunrise before the sunrise, and they drink a little tea again. That's the 6 to 6. I've never done that in my life. From the moment you're drinking tea, you done break the fast. I don't care how long you don't eat again. You break the fast done already, right there. I don't know who make up that one for you. I'm just telling you how it goes. And there are those who do it, wake up and drink a cup of tea, and then they fast till 12. That's not even the baby fast. The baby fast is when you wake up, you don't drink or eat anything, and then you fast till 12. And that's it. You just do what you're doing until you wake up the next day. That's a baby fast. Now, I would tell you, if obviously, I mean, if this is something that is very new to you, and you may not want to go on that strong journey, hey, you have to know, I am not making no excuse for no one. Because when we learned the fast and we understood, that's how it's done, we went into it straight away, never look back up to this day, up to this very day. You see what I'm saying? So, but again, a person have to know, a person have to know. Everyone is not the same. I like to tell people, man, when I went to my boss, no, he called me, telling me something about shaving my beard. He see I'm growing locks, and he don't mind I'm growing locks, but I have to shave my beard. I say, yeah. Sometimes I already leave my father's house. So I said, yeah, so it's on a roll right now, shave beard. Yeah, I came back the next day, not with no shave beard, with my letter of resignation. 20 how much years ago that is. Never look back again. Never work for another soul since. You understand what I'm saying? Now, that's me. I mean, now another person, if I don't have a job to give him, I'm not gonna tell him, hey, yeah, man, you should leave your job. You know, he may not be me. You understand? Yeah. You're gonna feed his children for him, but he has to know. He has to understand who he is within. Now, I personally know who I am. That's the point I'm making. And I'm using that example to come back to the fast. So when we heard that, yeah, you could fast from the time you wake up until the sun set, and you eat for 2 hours, and then you come again. Say, yeah, wow. Right away I went into that. Nice and smooth. It gave a little feeling at first, but yeah, after you got the grip of it, smooth sailing. And it is so up to today. So you have to know. Now, a next person may say, boy, Priest, that sound a bit hard. Well, it's up to you. You know, I did it right away. You know, when my boss, quote unquote, said, hey, you gotta shave this and shave that, I said goodbye technically, right away. You understand? But I knew where I was going. I just knew. I didn't know, but I knew. You understand? I didn't know, but I knew. Maybe you're not as confident. Maybe you don't have the vision. And yeah, you might be one of those that have to go back to the same boss and say, boss, I'm sorry. I don't want to see you do that at all. So think, think wisely before you make your decision. It's the same thing with the fast. Think wisely. The fast is not something to go into and turn back. You pick a fast, you stick with the fast. That's why it's important to just know what you're doing. So if you're fasting till 12, I don't like to make excuse for people, right? But if you're fasting till 12, and then that's it until you wake up again, well, just decide to do that and do it. Yes, it's not necessarily too late. Just you can start now. Just start now. You fast until 12. Them kind of fast, you can do almost anything. You can go to work and jump on the bus. You understand? And you eat at 12 and you just live your life until the next day. No. And when I say live your life, that's another thing. Remember, the fasting comes with rules. Abstinence is a very important thing. You know, and the reason for the abstinence, even the sexual abstinence, yeah. One of the reasons for the sexual abstinence, brothers, which brings you back to an ancient science which is very important, is to retain your fluid. You understand? Is to retain your fluids, especially at a time like now. And many other things too, and many other things. Don't worry, man. The fact that you're abstaining from food and all of that, you should be on a level now to be able to be disciplined even on that dimension. You know, sexual intercourse and these different things. So the retaining of the fluid is an ancient art, you know. Even if you have intercourse, retaining the fluid is a powerful art, that would strengthen the spirit and the physical if you really understand it. People say, oh, this is a serious discussion. This is the tiger's nest. What are you talking about? It's fast. People say they're fasting, eh? So this is the time you're supposed to be engaged in upper levels. I don't know why you're not always on radio. I know I shouldn't say that. Some of you are always on radio. I know. Yes. Pardon me. That should be the first thing I say. Enough respect to those of you who are always on radio, I know, but to those of you who are not always. So now during this time, Bobo Shanti, you actually stay away from the sea, the beach. Now that's for sure. The argument about eating things from the sea, that is, as a researcher myself, after balancing this and analyzing this, many ones would have come to their own conclusion about not eating things from the sea. I mean, I know people that fight hard about you're not supposed to eat anything from the sea. Kelp, sea moss, etc., because they not eating fish. What are they talking about? Fish, Lent or Lent not, whether the sea cleaning out or cleaning out not. Why would I be eating something with them sharp teeth in his mouth and eyes looking at me? I do not care who's upset. I gonna have feelings for somebody that vex with me because I don't backfish eating. I would be crazy to even lose a wink of sleep over you. I think about you in the morning, but how pathetic you are. If you want to eat fish, go eat your fish, no man. You looking at me because I not eating my brother? What kind of madness is this? I should be upset with you. I should take you in front of the magistrate and you troubling me? Yeah, just having a little. I know you don't know how it is, but no, I'm just trying to show you that yeah, ones will have these big debates. Oh no, CMOS, no this and that and this and the third. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you what I know. And these same people would go and buy their food, wherever they go and buy their food, even if it's from this Rasta shop. And the food is seasoned with salt. Now the salt comes from the sea. I mean, sometimes this is why I always say knowledge is good, but you see, understanding brings a level of humility too. You know, sometimes you think before you talk and all of these different things, and check your actions, watch your step. As they say in Jamaica, walk good. But anyway, yes, you definitely stay away from the sea during this time. Give thanks, and we would have done programs. In fact, one of the previous programs, I think we really put down that real scientifically. And also, you know, the whole staying away of the raising agent, that's something that comes from such time, but we shouldn't be saying that forever and ever and ever. You mean to tell me in the next 5 centuries, we're still going to be talking about, oh, it's Lent, we need to stay away from the raising agents, and we're not supposed to eat nothing from can, and imagine that. We still have to be saying that we're not supposed to eat nothing from can, and nothing white in the sense of, you know, the white stuff there, white bread. And imagine we have to be saying that. What's the other stuff we have to say? And not eating fish. You mean to say you intend that 300 years from now, you're still saying that? Impossible. That's why he said, greater things than these shall he do. That's why the hymn says about the Sabbath, you know, we shall improve the day that the Most High has blessed. You see how problem, eh? I must say, we are a backward thinking people. Even us that say we are races and all of that. Remember, I live it, eh? I live it. Some people say, oh, critical of this and critical of that. But family, let's be honest. You know, yes, I may be critical of a few things. I do not think I'm that critical, but I'm very critical of myself. You know that. I'm very critical of even Rastafari, not the King of Kings, the people, them. Yeah, man, many of us, remember, I'm right in the midst of us, you know. I live amongst us, I work amongst us, I deal with us. You know, I know I'm nothing to hide. We think backwards, we are backward thinking kind of a society that's supposed to be ahead of the game, straight up, and I right here on the front line. You see, right now, for example, you see that we are promoting, for example, workshops coming up that has to do with the rising of the standard and our economical growth. Many ones are so ignorant within themselves. Oh, we don't need to talk about motivation right now. We need to talk about, what was it, reparation or something. We need to come out of that low slum-like mentality, people. Trust me. This is a time to rise the standard. I did a program a few evenings ago. I don't know how many of you heard it. You understand? We even put a touch of it on the YouTube. But you see, this is the thing. Again, many of us, we like drama. I am convinced we are not conscious. I don't know what we are, many of us. Something about us. Maybe we woke, but we love drama. We just love hype. We love debate. We just like the newest conversation. You know, and we semi-conscious. We conscious when we with the conscious people, and when we not with the conscious people, we somewhere else. Many of us live that life, eh? Me, you see me here, this is me, eh? Trust me. You see me, this is me. Whether you're listening to me or you're not listening to me, I do not change. My conversation don't go somewhere else. I wonder if you understand what I'm saying. I mean, we just gotta be real. I'm not gonna make nobody that is faking the funk come around me and try to be schooling me and telling me no foolishness. It's motivation we need, Rasta. If you don't think you need it, well, sit down. Yeah, serious. This ain't no joke. Our people need salvation. If you don't understand the mission, fall in line and be quiet. That's how you need to tell people right now, eh? Trust me, this is reality. This is no joke. Do we understand what time it is? We fasted here. Many of us, we playing around. We're going to be in kindergarten forever. Living on this, yes, my Lord, yes, the man said, the father saying this and that. No infrastructure, no ministries. You know, see, we have the Ministry of Education well secured. We have it well secured. This is the Ministry of Education broadcasting to you. We didn't have to ask nobody to put it together. We were given the mandate by Haile Selassie I himself. This is why when it comes to Haile Selassie and knowledge of Haile Selassie and information on Haile Selassie, let's just be clear. The Institute is on the forefront. You type in Haile Selassie anywhere and see if I don't appear. Yeah, we give thanks. You know, sorry for the little tangent, but yeah, enough for us is wasting time. Enough for the idea not even listening to I. This ain't no follow thing, you know. This is works. How many of y'all register for the motivational workshop? No, I ain't playing around. This ain't no time to play. If I came to play, I would say catch the ball, yo. If you want teachings, there's teachings that come for you know. All of this is a part of the teachings. Straight up. We don't have no love for our children either. You can't fool me. Yeah, if you're offended, it's you I talking to. Because I know anybody, if I hear somebody say, oh, none of you love your children, I wouldn't feel no way. Me, why would I feel? He didn't tell me anything. So if I say we don't love, and hear what I said, no, we don't, we. And people out there vex for me. So, oh, how dare you say that? Because it's you I'm speaking to. We don't love no children. I thought he was talking about fasting. This is fasting, Rasta. How you going to be fasting and not eating food and don't love your children? You're mashing up your heavens. Fasting is about loving and caring and giving and sharing. Yeah. What you not eating, give somebody to eat. They're not fasting. Make them eat too. So that is the nature of it. Well, I feed my children. You see, this is another thing. Our children don't mean who you bring into the world. You know? Our children, we're one family. You see, this is what I'm talking about. And this is why the education is important. And even the children you bring into the world. Listen, I'm telling you, I'm on the front line. Eh? I'm convinced Black people haven't got it yet. I never picture myself like like, well, you know, I am the example now. Just watch me. I never said nothing like that. In fact, it's humility class that make us keep it quiet sometimes. But even though you know you're not perfect, sometimes you still have to look at your brother and sister and say, hey, come on, man, let's step up. Not you, let's step up. So yeah, we got to be a little more serious about our economic growth. Some of us, what's that video there? Positive thing. Oh, I don't want to watch that. I know that, obviously. We said the Ethiopian Archbishop said that Jesus is white. What? That's what he said? Let's watch this. That man, I gonna share this. You're sharing it before you're watching it. Thanks for the share. Thanks for the share. So yes, my family, the fasting, eh? Of course, you know, when you break your fast now, so you're not in no tabernacle doing nothing. You just holding a fast at home. You wake up early in the morning, try to wake up early in the morning. You see, the fasting is deep. I mean, the elders taught me that the cup fast, you have to, what you do, the tea you drink in the morning before 6 is your chalice. That's what the elders taught me, that you burn your chalice before the sun come up. And then you enter into the cup fast until midday and you don't burn again until the fast come down, which to me sounds very deep. Then other elders would say, well, yeah, because you have to be in the tabernacle. So the fact that you may not be living the tabernacle life, I don't know how you may want to apply that. As far as rising, I definitely rise and burn before the hour, for sure. I mean, that's a regular thing. That's just it. You understand? And you can break your fast at midday. Midday, you break your fast. You have the whole 2 hours as such. You can make sure your food is prepared. Because remember, that's another thing. In the campus arena, those who are in the church, those who are carrying out the service, they don't have to come down off of the altar and then go and cook a quick pot. They do those inside of the kitchen, 7 priests around the fire, preparing the meal for the whole congregation. That's the communal living. So you have to even enter your one-away fasting with that sort of understanding, with that idea, with that mentality that, hey, listen, this is not even how it's supposed to really be done. Even fasting, meditating to return to that oneness. That is why, again, you understand, one's talking about repatriation and reparation. That is why, again, that program we did a few hours previous night. I think it's last night. We did that program there, man. When we were showing you previous night, when we were showing you, you know, our goals, my personal goals. What does that goal sound to you? That is reparation and repatriation on a level that many people never even started to think of. Anything bigger than that is, well, that's it. And I clearly showed you that's a realistic, as way out as it may seem, but it's realistic, it can be done. That goal that I have, there are 3 people on this planet that can come together and fund it and don't leave themselves broke. That's deep. If you don't know what I'm talking about, revisit the program from previous night. Those of you who are Tiger's Nest subscriber, you know, you obviously have it that you can listen to it again. I really clearly explained to you my goals, how big it is. Let's assume I was to hit 1% of my goal, just 1%. Wow. Just imagine that 1%, but you'd have to understand the goal. And I'm literally attempting to hit that goal. That's how we all should think. Big goal to save us all. Real repatriation. Because, you know, remember, you know, the repatriation is not, and the compensation and all that stuff, you know. Remember, this is very important. Although we talk about agitating to the heads of government, all of that is good diplomacy. But remember, the Father already tell us that's not the only way that it can happen. It can happen through man's hand, or it could happen through earthquake, lightning, and thunder. So I working on the man's hand part. And man's hand means a people. And I know the people, the same people that has been exploited. That is why I always tell individuals that reparation, repair the nation. The first step in reparation is what? Not fasting, education. The first step in reparation is education. And we can do that for ourselves. We do not need the enemy to give us education. Yes, the enemy has a lot of our art and facts, artifacts, arts and facts. He's full of them, giving us back trinkets one by one. No, 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 just open the door. We'll come in and take, you know what I mean? We know how to do that. Yeah, art and facts. Give us back what is ours, all the Benin bronze statue and everything, you know. But still, at the same time, we have enough knowledge amongst ourselves, even the knowledge we so-called got from the oppressor and all of our degrees and PhDs and all of that. And we can start to edify ourselves and create our own institutes, our own system. That's why I said the education ministry is here. As far as Rastafari, for sure, Bobo Shanti. I mean, if there's another, well, then I will step down. And it's not no step down thing, it's we're working together. So, I mean, yeah. So if anybody come knocking and say, hey, where's the Ministry of Education? You can call me, it's all right. I'm not going to be bashful. I will not hide. So the reparation begins with repairing the nation, education. Financial literacy, motivation is a serious part of education. Our young minds should be getting this. How many of us were listening to Brother Alistair Thomas earlier in the broadcast? That's the vibration that I'm talking about. Getting the knowledge to the youths at a very early age. I'm encouraging everyone to register. Don't mind whoever trying to detract you, talking about Rasta and a deal with money. You see them backward thinking there. I can't believe that's where we still are. That's why people scorn some of you. Straight up. I ain't making an excuse for you. Yeah, I know they backward too. Yeah, but still. You know how long people have been telling me, you're too intelligent to be a Rasta. That time I was going to say cuss people. That time I bonfire people for telling me that. Defending Rasta people. I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to stop doing that because most of the Rastas I know, they love to be unintelligent. Well, hey, if you're offended, maybe I'm talking about you. This is our problem too. Anytime we hear something that sounds negative, we feel somebody talking about us. Come out of that. When you feel that way, you're haunted. You have some kind of toxic spirit in you. I said enough races act as if being unintelligent is the fad. Think I playing around? As if no, we can't get too bright. Let's just stick on this level here. Yes, I ain't playing around. No time to play around. Standards, Emmanuel standards is to be risen. So I'm encouraging everyone, far right and otherwise, to register for the workshop, the 29th of February. It is a motivational business workshop, only 2 hours. Many of you trying to start a little business. Many of you have a little business. Many of you have a good business, got into a better business. Trust me, we have it here. Bring your business partner. Bring your employees, all of them, if it's 2, 1, or 13. Trust me. At the end of this workshop, you will be extremely happy that you took part. Remember, it is totally free. Many other workshops to come on different levels, they're all not going to be free. But this is one of the free ones, straight up. Even if you're just an employee and you work in aisle 5 of the supermarket, go and talk to your boss and say, boss, Thursday morning, I want me and you to sit down and watch a workshop with the Honorable Priest Isaac. What you talking about? It's a motivational business workshop. To be very honest, the HR manager should sit in with us as well. And even the ground supervisor, I think they will all benefit. He's going to be talking about getting and staying motivated, keeping the staff motivated, and he'll be talking about promotion, marketing, and sales as well. No worries. I already sent you a link to a previous seminar that we did, the Royal Business webinar. Just take a look at it tonight, you and the missus, and you can tell me. You understand? And you see, when you take in the workshop, even to present yourself as clean as that. You understand what I'm saying? Because a presentation is key. That's a pitch I just gave you. I just created a whole scene. I made it up out my head and I put myself in a position and I just convinced somebody to register for free. Because when I'm gonna send him a text tonight and say, boss, I'm just reminding you to watch the video I sent you. And he's gonna watch it and come in tomorrow and say, all right. How much to register? It's free. So I'm encouraging you. Hey, family, I'm not gonna take no more of your time. You must be saying, well, priest, yeah, I'm very thankful, man, and give thanks for the Lenten moment. And you know, it's been a nice, beautiful evening thus far, holding a night's meds. And yes, family, all that I express is really out of love and out of joy. And I mean, we got to move forward. I'm not doing nothing and saying, well, and even if I don't accomplish it in this lifetime, those who will come after me will see. No. Those who come in will see whatever they are supposed to see. But my goals is not for nobody else to see it. My goals is for me to see. Give thanks to the life giver and the keeper of life. Hey, family, if you know your Bible and you do not know your history, the knowledge of your Bible will become a mystery. And you don't know it takes some real eyes to realize the real eyes that are amongst us. Let the Black Christ be praised, King Emmanuel VII, Adonai God, Jah Rastafari. Give thanks. Bless. Royal family, are you an entrepreneur? Are you a business owner, employer, employee, manager, owner of the business, or you're just an individual who desires to double your income, motivate your staff, follow up efficiently, or close sales effectively? Well, I have an offer for you. Join us on Thursday, the 29th of February for our online Evolution Motivational Workshop. Learn how to get yourself, your business partners, and your staff motivated and keep them motivated, guaranteed. Learn how to increase your cash flow no matter what type of business you are involved in, which will obviously raise the standard of living. Facts. To register yourself or your team for free, visit the website priestisaacinstitute.com or email us priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. Our online Evolution Motivational Workshop. I will see you there.